Back at the 8pm podcast, podcast 3.
Got good accountants with business structures. Just do the small thing.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
Welcome back to 8pm podcast, episode number 2. Today we'll be looking back at all the fuck-ups we've had over the time. Do you want to start that off, big dog?
You got, look, it's
endless.
How long you got? It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. It is just going to happen. You're going to stuff something up. Something's not going to be crimped. Okay, here's one to start you off the bat.
Yeah.
Old Victorian house, really proper, really nice. They had taken up the floor on the first floor, so we're, the ground floor, first floor. They'd taken up the flooring. We were running the water pipes through all the beams.
Yep.
Right. The other bloke goes to turn the water on. We're doing the rough-in. The other bloke goes to turn the water on. This is back in the day when you used one colour pipe. Right? Not two to deviate between hot and cold. I hear this psst. I'm like, how's that? Hadn't crimped one of my plastic crimps.
Yeah.
Hadn't crimped it. Just fucking everywhere. And I'm talking everywhere. And I was that flustered, I didn't know what to do, so I put my thumb on the end of the pipe. How do you reckon my thumb goes against 500 kPa?
Oh,
it does nothing.
Pretty good.
Right? It does nothing. Right?
Yeah.
What a pissing everywhere. Just going everywhere. Anyway, I ring the guy who's down at the meter. He won't pick up. He will not pick up. He's gone and made his own phone call. Right? He's just left me there.
Yep.
He comes in, I'm like yelling, and this is going on for 2 or 3 minutes, easy.
Yep.
Water, half an inch thick.
Fuck yeah.
Just on top of old Victorian, what's that plaster? With the timber in it. Larden plaster.
Yeah, right.
For the ceiling below.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yep.
That's
fucked it. Completely fucked it.
That would have been a good phone call back to Chris.
Awful. Awful. But that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. So don't be prepared for that to happen. If you're not in control of it,
yeah,
you have to be aware, and that's what we in the APN community will be pushing.
Is making sure you've got the insurances in place.
Is that you have all the insurances in place, and then you're completely set up.
Yeah.
To know that, okay, if this happens, because it will.
Yeah.
You're totally covered.
Yep.
Right? Completely covered. Even if it's you that does the job.
Yep.
Because what happens if somebody comes along and does the plastering and screws through and goes through your pipe?
Yep.
Right? But that is a really slow leak. And that only comes out after like 6 months that somebody starts noticing what's happening.
Yeah.
So for 6 months, that's been dripping, and nobody's really noticed that the bottom plate's completely rotted out.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't put it in like that. It wasn't leaking when I put it in.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
You just APN's going to weather that storm.
Yeah.
Definitely going to weather that storm.
Well, I think it'll be the community's going to obviously enforce ideas of, make sure you've got your insurances, make sure you've got all these things in place. Like, you think about the job where we didn't allow for fucking scaffolding and I was on the second story with the fucking apprentice holding on.
Don't blame me. I don't want to hear it.
It wasn't my job.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
I'm hanging on by my balls while the apprentice is holding the plank, just trying to join the gutter together. That was great. Like,
that was back in our guttering days.
Figuring out that, just doing a cheap price just to win the job isn't fucking
worth it.
Nah, you're better off just pricing it accordingly, make the right money off it. What about when going back to insurances, what about when the leak detector sent them on a tangent and I fucking cut up half a fucking basketball court? Because that's where it was, and it was fucking running through a drain in there. It was in the garden bed.
In the garden bed?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that had to come up. No, fucking Jesus Christ.
That wasn't my fault.
No. So, making sure you're covered, because there's going to be some big fuck ups on the way.
100%.
Like
100%.
You could go on for days with half of them. But I think, heading back to it, I think the biggest challenges you're going to face, you just got to make sure you're covered. You know, like having financial, planning your finances around these things. As we said, insurance is actually a key thing. And when you think that like 5 million's enough, always bump it.
Bump it up.
Especially if you've got people working for you.
Bump it up.
Like even subbies, because let's be honest, a subby these days is literally going to come in, do the job. They'll either fuck it up or they'll do a good job. But if they fuck it up, when they find out that one of their things has burst or something's leaked and damaged this, they're not going to have the correct insurances.
No.
And they're going to probably just not answer your phone calls, and you'll end up with the bill anyway.
You'll end up with a bill, you'll be the one repairing it.
Correct. So you're better off obviously setting yourself up correct from those points of view.
Most definitely. Thanks.
Let's talk about financial mishaps along the way. Bookkeeping.
I think if we talk about financial mishaps, I think early days of quoting.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely for me, early days of quoting.
Yep.
Not understanding what an abbreviation might mean.
Yep.
Like, I had to ask you so many times, like, what's that stand for? I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
You know, and once again, you come back to you think you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You think I've read plans for years.
Yeah.
But it's a different ball game. You know,
Correct.
when something else comes along which you think is standard and it's completely not.
Yeah.
And that's been proven when you can't go back and go, hey,
I
I quoted for this, and they go, it doesn't matter, that's the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
you
think,
missed it.
yeah, I think,
But I think,
and I'm hoping that doesn't happen again.
well, I think, look, that's going to happen though. Like I was fortunate when I learnt to price. I was working for someone, so if I could see in the systems where I was in the red, which I was fortunate because it was for another company, it wasn't us. So then, obviously, when we started, I'd seen where the line was and was like, well, that's not making enough money, so we need to be here.
Yeah.
And then, we saw our profit margins, and you just learnt with us, effectively.
Yeah.
Whereas now your pricing's on point.
But
That's
if you've
why
got-
you do the estimating.
But if you've got APN and something, we go, okay, hey, let's make an abbreviations page,
Yeah.
right? So somebody just goes, yep, and you've got to add, say, I don't know, $250 to that abbreviation. Like it's going to be,
Yeah.
you need to do this every time you see that.
Yeah.
Add this or allow for this,
Yeah.
right? Or stipulate, don't include this.
Yeah, or-
blah blah blah. Somebody up and coming is going to miss that,
Oh, 100%.
and they're going to get screwed.
Well,
and
think
that is what this is about.
Think-
Don't get screwed.
Yeah, think about like our exclusions list.
100%.
Remember,
You have to
I was
have
like,
it.
we used to have like 5 exclusions. Now we've got a full fucking A4 page
A4 page.
of exclusions, and they're like, "Can you be site specific?" I'm like, "That's fucking it. That's on every fucking price."
Yeah.
So it's those types of things. I mean, the quoting, the financial issues with quoting and missing things. Obviously, you weather that storm. But like as we spoke about, like your BAS comes in, you don't fucking have it. Everyone ends up on a fucking payment plan at some time.
Tax-wise.
Yeah. It's like you either drip feed it to stay in touch with it, or you get to a stage and you go, well, fuck, I'm a little bit fucking short on this, and I don't have the money because I've had to pay this, and this. So I'm going on a fucking payment plan to save the day for it.
Yeah.
But I think you're better off, like what we learnt was obviously through one of the mentors was make sure you have a fucking nest egg.
100%.
Like, don't worry about paying all these things. Build a fucking nest egg behind you, because at some point, someone or something is going to fuck you.
The rainy day is once a month.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And it comes hard.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've had that issue with a builder that owed us about 100K for what was it? It was like 8 months.
Yeah. It was nearly 10 months.
We had to. We were worried they were going to go under, so we didn't really push the fact, get aggressive with them. Any of that type of stuff. We sort of were just like, fuck, do we go to debt collectors? And
Yeah, that's right. We did, didn't we?
we were like
Yeah.
on the brink of going to debt collectors, and I was like, fuck, but if we go to debt collectors, we're going to lose this much. We had to put one of our main plumbers off at the time because we just couldn't afford to keep him. Me and you didn't get paid for a month, and we were fucking filtering our own
money
savings back
pay
in
them.
to pay the fucking guys.
Yeah.
Like
That was a tough time. actually.
if we just had that nest egg that, 2 years ago we got told, like, Joe literally said to me, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't have a nest egg. Like, you've got to put, whether it's $1,000, a
Yeah.
week or whatever you can afford, make sure there's money there, because when someone comes to fuck you, they'll come fuck you hard.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that straight away, if we had had that when, you know, the 9 months that we didn't get paid that, and then we'll drive back to work in 7 days trying to fucking ride the wave to get back up, like, it would have been a lot easier.
100%. Because
So-
what happens when it's not just one builder that does that?
Massively.
Or,
Yeah.
you know, what happens if it's 2 or 3?
Yeah, and the climate we're in now, like, you know, you and I have recently started to use a credit card to try and push the extra days, basically. We don't, both of us have, well, we've never had one until recently, but that's purely because of the cost of everything in the commercial game, where, you know, you've got to buy a fucking $70,000 hot water service and they want the money up front. So I think having a nest egg there is perfect, but when you've got builders that are now pushing you to 45 days, like a domestic builder holding retention, those types of things, like you're talking, domestic builders are getting to that stage where they're really aggressive on holding your money. So they're happy to use you as like a 30-day account.
Yeah.
So if they can pay you at 45, you're really fucking yourself in the ass. So obviously our solution was to get the credit card, turn that into 60, pay it off on the 20 days, it just hits and you go.
Yep.
Just to, you know, cash flow it. But I think, yeah, the whole nest egg thing, like, that just makes me and you sleep at night now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, yeah, you don't ever want to get to the stage where, like, fuck, seriously, you don't know what the fuck we were thinking putting money back in the way that we did. I mean, luckily we just took it as it was and rode the wave, but I don't reckon it would have been 2 or 3 weeks longer, and it would have just been like, well, sorry guys,
Enough's enough.
that's fucking it. There's no more money,
Yep.
basically. So I think, yeah, the cash flow, you really need to set yourself up properly at the start. Like, you know, having a good accountant, like, can makes a world of difference to us.
Absolutely.
Like, he won't let you do anything dodgy, but he's, you know, when anyone comes to screw us and that, it's like, this is down the line. This is what you're doing. And you're like, well, can we do something to avoid tax? He's like, no. So, you know, I think that's where it sort of comes from. So if we can bring members into that once again, and it's like, learn from our fuck-ups.
Yeah.
You know, learn from other plumbers' fuck-ups. They're going to tell you in this network.
It's not all us. We want everybody to come on board so that we learn from them.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you coming
know?
into a network, into our community, like, don't think that we're going to just sit at the front and go, you need to do this, you need to do this. This is about you coming in, joining the community and going, hey, I've, you know, been doing this and it's been working really successful for me for, you know, X amount of years.
Exactly
and it's like
right. Yeah.
us looking at our system going, fuck, that's such a better way of doing this.
It's like, look at, okay, this is going to sound really stupid, all right?
I look forward to this.
Look at everything that's been built, right?
Yeah.
That stood the test of time. I'm talking pyramids, Colosseum,
Yep.
Acropolis,
Yep.
whatever else there is. You know, I'm just think of 3 things off the top of my head. They were built by a community. They were built by a lot of people,
Yeah.
all working together.
Yep.
This is what it's about. It's not about individuality.
Yep.
That's what when you were just talking. That's what I thought of just then.
I'm glad I remind you of the pyramids.
You're a fucking idiot. See, that's why there's maturity here. Fuckhead. You're a dipshit.
No, tangents.
That was a time of, that was really foreign, super foreign for me, because I'd never been in that stage.
Yeah.
I'd never been owed a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, anything over, say, 10 grand.
Yeah.
I'd never been, never held out,
No.
never been more than a month.
No.
You know, I think the most I was owed was 8.5 grand, and I got that after 30 days.
Yeah.
You know, so to come up against that much money and to have employees, to have apprentices,
Yeah.
yeah, I was worried.
Yeah.
I had sleepless nights, definitely, most definitely. I was stressed.
Yeah.
But after a while, as in maybe 2 or 3 months, I realised and shifted my mentality that it wasn't coming.
Yeah.
I began to realise that it wasn't going to come in,
Yeah.
right? Because of the crap we got told.
Oh yeah.
It's this person's fault. They haven't given us,
Well,
the
the
bank hasn't
bank's
given
not
us
paying,
enough
yeah.
money. They haven't signed it out.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, we're good for it.
But I
bullshit.
could see how much work was actually done at the build
Yep.
and go, well, you can't get that payment because you haven't done it.
Yeah.
You haven't worked. We've done our bit.
Yeah, massively.
So we're not going back. We're not going to continue to work for absolutely nothing and be owed so much money.
Yeah.
So my thought process actually changed.
Yeah.
I actually had to become calmer and go, okay, let's look at other avenues.
Yeah.
Where are we going to bring the money in?
Yeah.
What can we do in the business to say, can we keep it as it is?
Yep.
Which is what we did. We unfortunately had to let somebody go, and that sucked
Yeah.
for everybody involved because he was a great guy. He still is.
Yeah.
Still is a great guy. But yeah, I had to shift mentality.
Yeah,
That's what I did.
Well, I think it was more, especially when it got to the 4th week, it was like, fuck, no one's actually paid any invoices.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's over our heads of, fuck, I think it'd been like 4 months by that stage. And then it was like, I just went, because I remember saying to you, I'm like, I'm just going to work this weekend. And, you know, we didn't pay ourselves the Saturday and Sunday works that we were doing because it was just, we just went full head down, ass up. We're just going to punch as many jobs as we can, send the invoice as soon as it's done, just punch the invoices. Like, you know, you speak about it like, oh, you know, we finish a job on Monday and I might not invoice them until Friday. Like that is, to me, once again, is the silliest thing you can do because
You're giving them a week.
you're giving them an
leeway.
extra week. And if you're not going to pay
me.
it for fucking 30 days, you're already at
You're giving them 40 days.
Exactly. And
Why would you do that?
And your account's only 30. So just being consistent with it really needed to help, like really helps. I mean, as you said, we were fed so much bullshit about that. And I know your tension.
So many phone
because-
calls.
So many. But the tension that you were at where you're just like, fuck it, just send a fucking debt collector. I look at it now and I go, oh, maybe we should have. I know we ended up getting...
I don't think it would have helped.
No, I wouldn't have. It's blood from a stone.
Yeah.
So I think the way that we attacked it was they still needed us to come back to finish the job. That was where I was hoping by us just not going back until we got the payments. Because then as soon as we got that first bit of drip feed, it was like, okay, well, there's a 30 grand. At least we've sort of starting to get something back.
Yeah.
But what really worked for us in that, like, because we did get majority of the money in the end, what really leapfrogged us at that point was because we'd gone so fucking hard for that 5 months, just 7 days fucking going for it, we ended up making the same money back that we'd lost to put us back on a level playing field.
Yeah.
And then those funds came in, which then, you know, we were able to buy the bigger excavator, you know. So although it was an absolute nightmare of a time, and, you know, I never want to go back to the point of where you're literally just drip feeding your savings into something that you're, you know...
You can't keep propping it up. Is
Correct.
What you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, you just there's got to be a cut-off point. So I think the main thing that we obviously learned from that is invoice more often. Don't expect a huge progress claim. As soon as you finish something, make sure you fucking punch it out straight away. Like, get that invoice gone. Because the longer you hold it, you're just, you know, giving leeway. And I know builders turn into mates, but
we fed off each other.
yeah,
Like, if you want to talk about APN and, you know, we want as many people involved as possible. I mean, that's what this is about.
yeah.
We will feed off each other. If somebody's struggling, you're gonna give them advice.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You know?
you hear, like, when you go into any of the networking things involved in trades and things like that, like, you always hear from one of the guys, someone there will always be like, oh, I'm thinking about just throwing in the towel and go and work for someone because it fucking, you know, it's easier.
I've had a guffle.
Yeah, can't be fucked. And it's
Yeah.
like, you're always telling me, like, yeah, well, this is just the fucking way it goes. You're on the downhill, there's going to be an uphill.
Exactly.
It's not always going to be the fucking, like, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows.
No.
You know, that's why it's, you know, it's a hard thing to do. And, you know, not everyone wants to do it. But yeah, I think especially now with what we're continuously owed, which is, you know, we used to laugh and be like, when someone would be like, oh, I'm owed 100K, and me and you'd be like, yeah, fuck off, you are. What the fuck are you talking
As if
about?
you are, as if you could get to that point where you're owed 100 grand.
And then you see what we're fucking owed at the moment, and you go, fuck, what the fuck is wrong with us? But if we didn't have that nest egg, you'd be sitting there going, oh, fuck.
Yeah, true.
Like, if that wasn't there and we were still doing the same thing and just effectively living paycheck to paycheck, that's all we were actually doing. We weren't actually putting anything in. Like, I know you and I have been very strong on for the first 5 years of business. Whatever profits get made, put it straight back into the fucking business.
Yeah.
You know, that's allowed us to get all the equipment. So that, you know, the guys don't look after the equipment like they should, but at least we've got it all there. So that, us pushing everything back into the business has helped us thrive. Now, I know it's not like we're fucking sitting in a amazing fucking factory, and, you know, fucking
settle down.
everything,
Settle down.
everything else, you know, but at the same time, like, it works for us. You know, you're in a comfortable position where you've got the nest egg. You're in a comfortable position where we actually don't have loans on fucking any of our shit. We've actually paid for it all. So we don't have that debt lingering over the top of us. And as I said, like, we've only just got the credit card basically to go, well, I need to buy this
Just
fucking,
cash flow management.
yeah, 70
That's
grand
all it
hot
is.
water service to do that.
Yeah.
So despite the fact of how much of an absolute nightmare it was to happen to us, it was probably one of the most beneficial things that happened to us.
100%.
Because remember, I went and spoke to Joe. He told
Kickstarted,
do this,
kickstarted
do this,
everything
do
we
this.
do now.
Yeah.
Kickstarted our, not services, our checks and balances,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then we're able to thrive.
Yeah, massively.
Before then, just flying by the seat of our pants.
Correct. And we just thought that was how you did it.
With no, you know,
Guidance.
do a business plan, and how many times would our business plan change now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did,
4 or 5 in 4.5 years?
it flips. But that's
It would change every year.
correct. And where you're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably how that helped us. And once again, like, we still used one of the mentors to go back to.
Yeah, so you
and
reached out.
Reached out, and that sort of gave us a little bit of benefit of, well, vote of confidence to go, oh yeah, actually, people have been in this fucking position before, you know.
Heaps.
And he's gone through
Heaps.
this, and this, and then all of a sudden it's like shit starts to move again, and you get back on that uphill.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know it's yeah.
It's just a grind. It's always a grind.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know through our hard, tough situation, we used a mentor. I want this this community to literally be that. I want guys to come in and it's like, oh, I've been fucking struggling with this. I haven't been paid. How do I go about this? How do I go about that? It doesn't have to be us. It could be
Not at all us. Not at all us.
Another
No.
plumber coming to him and going, oh, you know, I went through that same situation. You know, maybe it's the same bloody builder.
Yeah.
Those types of things. So
Yeah.
the whole thing of if you know, people are willing to talk amongst the community, it'll benefit them in
100%.
so many
It's
ways.
empowerment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It just gives you, you know, not even a vote of confidence. It just gives you like almost a background to go, well, actually, yeah, I can fucking do this email. You know, maybe I will reach out to a debt collector, or actually, that's a better way of attacking this situation. You know, make sure that they're not trading insolvent. Those types of
Yeah.
things. You know, because it's literally it's a dog eat dog world out there. So if we can have a community of people that actually want to help each other, all of a sudden we might straighten things out a bit. You know.
Yep.
So that's the idea, I think.
The 8 PM podcast, podcast 3.
Got good accountants with business structures. Just do the small things.
Good luck,
It's
man.
going.
Good luck.